So this weekend I was able to attend a high school dance invitational at Fremd High School. So a lot of amazing dance teams perform. You know, dancing is a whole lot different than a lot of other sports that I work with. After a game of basketball, baseball, soccer, football, you name it, you see a scoreboard, right? The scoreboard dictates who the winner is. It's very clear to know at the end of the competition who won. Dance is very different, right? It's so subjective. You are at the mercy of whatever those opinions are of those judges that are judging you that day, right? And maybe the judges like a certain style of dance. Maybe they prefer a different style than you did. You know, who knows? I know there is some objectivity to it, but there's certainly a lot of subjectivity to it as well. You know, I got to see the dance teams of Fremd, Barrington, Lake Park, Schaumburg, all teams that I've worked with, and I thought they all did amazing. And many of those teams got to celebrate. Some of those teams out there that probably thought they should have gotten to celebrate didn't get to. Some of them maybe didn't celebrate as much as they wanted, right? They didn't place as high as they maybe thought they should or would have liked to. And it's a little bit sad, right, to see them disappointed. They felt, you know, I went out there, I gave it everything I had, and yet I came up short. A lot of teams said that. There's a lot of teams there. So a lot of teams had to say that this weekend, that they maybe went out there and gave it their best, but they came up short. And to me, that's just so much like life, right? Life is a lot like a performance sometimes. We have to perform, and whether it be in sports or in our jobs or in relationships, we give it our best, hopefully, but sometimes we just continue to come up short. We continue not to have the end result or the success that we want. And it's unfortunate, but that is life, right? We need to continue, regardless of the result. We need to continue to make sure that we're giving our best, that we are giving our absolute best effort to whatever it is that we're trying to do, compete in, you know, careers, whatever that is. We need to make sure we're giving our best, and then we let the results be as they may. The results aren't always up to us. Sometimes in certain situations the results are up to those judges, right? Our bosses, others who maybe see what we do and they judge us rightly or wrongly. We just have to make sure that we are doing our best, that we are giving our all to whatever effort we're involved in. There's been plenty of times when I have not. I think back to a high school science fair. I had won the science fair at my school, and now I'm going to like a county-wide competition, and I'm looking at all the other projects as I'm set up, and mine is probably the most beautifully done science project there is. Like if you were to look on it, just on its surface value, man, it looks great. Perfectly done. It's just beautiful. And I saw a lot of those that were not. They were kind of poorly done. Looked like maybe a middle schooler had done it versus a high schooler. And so I feel pretty good about my chances. And then the judges came around. The judges came around and they started asking questions about everybody's project. You had to be interviewed by these judges. And I just bombed the interview. I did not know the project, really what I was doing or what the project was all about very well. So it became clear that I had not given my best to this project. Yeah, and in some aspects, maybe I did in its preparation or its aesthetic beauty, but I really didn't give my best, and so therefore I did not win at that county wide science fair. And I remember seeing projects that won that again looked a whole lot worse than mine on their surface, but I can only assume that those people really knew their project well and had invested to really learn from it, and I didn't. I can't even tell you today what that project was about at all. Are you giving your best to everything you do? Whether you're a dancer, an athlete, whatever it is, any sport that you may do, you know, think about the dancers, because they just have to give their best and hope it's enough oftentimes. They can't look at a scoreboard right when they're done to see if they've won or not. But whatever we're doing, right? Employees, friends, neighbors, athletes, coaches, are we giving our absolute best to whatever it is we're trying to achieve? We don't always know if it's going to be enough, but as long as we can feel good about the effort that we gave, it makes life a whole lot easier to get through. Have a great day.